sleuth.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another Sleuth Intuition Live, where we know nothing, and you're crazy for watching. Or maybe not crazy, a little nutty. May 1st, 2022, we're going to get a little scrambled today. We are going to take a look at some images from behind the scenes of the 2019 New Direction presser. All the media that was there was posting apparently to their Twitter feeds, and we got a lot of footage from what was kind of going on behind the scenes there. We'll start there. Also, I went back to see if there was anything going on in Indiana around the time they announced they were going in the new direction, which I believe was April 19th of 2019. They kind of made a brief statement about new information that they were going to be presenting. And then they did the presser, I think, a few days later on the 22nd. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure those numbers are accurate, though. So we're going to take a look at some strange events. And these events actually involve the Eldridge character. And we all know that crazy guy. We'll go ahead and do some image analysis. Pulled a couple images. Maybe we'll take a look at the physical evidence. Found an article, Logan, basically where they documented as his whereabouts for the entire day, and they kind of go over that. I thought that was interesting. There was some images uploaded to Bridgehunter.com. Very close to the same time in 2011, around the same time of year. I think the images were taken like February 12th or, early February, and then uploaded on the 13th, actually, of 2011 to Bridgehunter.com. Link in the description. So we're going to compare the weather from those images, from what it appears the weather is in Libby's images that she threw up on Snapchat while they were out there. We're going to segue that into the shack. The same guy who uploaded those images, Bridgehunter.com, actually went further up the creek and snapped a close-up of the shack that you can see on the RTV6 chopper image. I thought that was pretty cool. So we're going to see a close-up finally. And it's more of an old barn. I mean, I don't even know how it's still up. It looks like it's right near within flood areas, threat of flood. Randy gave me permission to show a video a while back. I shot him a quick little message on Facebook. I hope he got that. Just wanted to let him know I'll be using that video one more time, even though he did already give me permission. Just wanted to let you know I'm going to be playing it and talking about it. That link will be in the description as well. If not already, it will be very soon. I believe the title is Randy's Walk to the Cemetery, and that's on Randy Gravitt's YouTube channel. I thought it would be a good conversation piece. We'll segue from there. Also, actually, maybe while that's playing, we'll talk about the Facebook post from Becky Patty where they actually talk about the creepy guy. And she kind of responds to some leaked information. So we'll take a look at that. And then we'll end it with Murder in the Family podcast. That link is already in the description. It was a podcast I was listening to last night, and there was like 4 really interesting parts. And I just wanted to yank those and play it. And then from there, we'll hang out. We'll see what everybody's up to. Hey, we got a new member. Thank you, Amy. We'll actually be going live here later in the day for members as well. So make sure you jump into the community page and say hello. What's up, Susie? What's up, D? Lakeside? Zen? What's up, Deb? Lil Pookie? New member? Sorry about that. That was my pops. I was trying to FaceTime him earlier, and now he wants to call me. I'm trying to organize a camping trip here. Hey, Lakeside Cindy. Kid, check the rhyme. Hey, that's probably what I'm going to do is try to answer your question or maybe pull up something. So anybody in members who plans to be at the members live today, we're going to look into cloning of phones and basically being able to replicate a cell phone. Apparently, I guess hackers use it. I'm going to see if that plays a part in this. So if anybody has any good links to that, drop them in the comments, I guess, because I'm going to be trying to find as much information on that as I can, because that's definitely a good topic to go over. You know, might learn something while we do it. What's up, Ricky? Phony Boston Grunge. What's up, Grizz? Tina. B Davis Fangirl. What's up? Olivia. Thanks for the comments on the videos. Moonshadow. Digital. And Kathy, my favorite. All right. And everybody else that I missed, what's up? Let me see if I can organize this scrambled egg of a mess here. Oh, I think it'll be easier. Let me just share my screen on these ones here. I think we'll get more detail that way. Okay. So I'll try to find all these links too, but it basically if you just type in 2019 presser, April 2019, new information, Twitter, all this stuff just pops like right up. Look at all that media. It's crazy. And they haven't unveiled the image. They have it like they have something covering it. Oh, I did. I tried to. He was kind of rude to me. So I just never tried again. Hello from Austria. That reminded me of Dumb and Dumber. Put another shrimp on the Barbie, mate. That's Australia. Calypso. I think that's a dance, right? Oh, I spotted Bigfoot. Oh, there's Mike Patty. And isn't that Abby's stepfather? Uncle? Grandfather? Mango Haze. That's funny. Can you guys hear like a buzzing in the background? Those are the fans for my marijuana. Limoncello sativa. I'm going to start my mother plant for the first time this year. Try to do it that way. What's up, Glenn? Glad to have you. Oh, we got a new member. Laura Redow. What's up? Hey, Curly. Kind of jealous of this guy's beard. I need to step my game up. He's looking at the crowd too. He's like, "Where you at? Let me see that photo real quick." He ready to snatch somebody. Look at this guy. He's looking. Look, she's interested. She's like, "Come on, let me see that photo." Who the hell is that? Oh, she snapped a photo right there. Boom. Is that the prosecutor? Kind of looks like the prosecutor. Boom. All right, let's keep it moving. Like I said, you can find these on Twitter for anybody who hasn't seen these already. Just type in 2019 new information, Delphi, presser, Twitter. Oh, these ones are whispering right here. They're like, oh shit. Let's see who we have hugging the wall back here. Like mostly law enforcement. Why are you wearing your shades, bro? Maybe he's got pink eye. I found him. He was hiding in plain sight. This dude's like, man, I don't like Indiana. Get me out of here. I'm packing up early. Don't be eyeballing my equipment. I see you. See, I don't know if this is before the presser or during. That was the only part. I'm assuming it's just before or just after. What's up, Juan? Hey, Zooter. Muffin Top. Looks like these two guys made eye contact. Oh, who's that? Dan? Dan McCain? Damn, he's tall. He, he's kind of like got the old man slouch. He's still taller. Yeah, it looks like they're setting up. Well, you got Holman. Is that Doug Carter without his hat? Who's this bald guy? That guy looks like FBI. Politician, maybe. Hey, BN. Curly, you were looking at these images too? Yeah. I just thought it was cool how they documented this. Like, these are all the concerned people right here. They're like, what the hell's going on? Save me a seat. Oh my God, a big old grin on his face. He's looking sharp too. And Mike Patty in the background. He's like, damn. See, he's the only one that's already shocked. Like his brain is those gears are turning. Because I think they told him already. All right, let's wrap that up. See what else we got on the agenda. Oh yeah. Trying to stay a little bit on topic, which we don't do much of here on this channel. Okay, so the man who resembles an FBI sketch of the suspected murderer of two teen girls in Indiana is slapped with 5 new molestation charges, just hours before cops announce a new direction in their probe of the killings. Charles Eldridge, 46, was handed 5 new molestation charges by Randolph County prosecutors on Thursday. Eldridge has been in custody since January 8th after police say they caught him arranging to meet up with a 13-year-old girl for sex during a sting operation. Okay, so that's the key word, during a sting operation. After his arrest, the police say they were inundated with calls from the public saying he resembled the sketch of Libby German and Abigail Williams' killer. So those tips must have been from nutty folks like us. Indiana police announced Friday that a press conference would be held to discuss a new direction. So Friday was announced. I think that was the 19th. Okay, so that would make sense for the 22nd. Into the murder probe of German and Williams. Since the two girls were found dead, authorities have consistently stated that they have no concrete suspects and were continuing to investigate all leads. Indiana State Police Superintendent Doug Carter will reveal a new development in this case 12 noon on Monday, which I believe is the 22nd. So, a man who resembles a sketch of a suspect wanted for the murder of 2 Indiana teenage girls has been issued a new child molestation charges. Charles Eldridge, 46. So, basically, just repeating that information. But my point is this: what if they grilled him and Eldridge was like, "Look, I know who killed the girls. I don't know his name, but I know what he looks like. And they're like, okay. And they show him the sketch, right? Is this him? And he's like, yeah, that's him. Like, that's him. Like, I don't know his name. Maybe somehow they've exchanged photos, images, or something. Or maybe not even Eldridge, just somebody else who was busted in this sting here. See right here. During sting operation. Now, this information was released. This happened 5 hours prior to them announcing, "Hey, we're going in a new direction." So I wonder if they got intel from that sting. What do you guys think? That too far fetched? What's up, Willow? Yeah, and it kind of would appear that way. And I wonder if somebody in that sting who fell victim to that, if they gave up any information, quote unquote, squealed, so to speak. Oh, see, I shared this with Deb on It's a Criming Shames Facebook group. It's private, of course. It's only for um, a very special few. I happen to be VIP in that group. Or what if he had images that Anthony Shots produced on his phone and had direct contact with him? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he could have verified what the guy looked like. Or maybe he talked to him at a bar or something, or online, or friend of a friend. The timing is just interesting. So 5 hours before they announce the new presser and the new information, the young guy sketch, this operation takes place, and a name that has been associated with the case ever since this happened. I've been talking about it, so it's weird. The universe works in weird ways, I guess. It's possible law enforcement and the research of Shots' account may have led them to Eldridge. Yeah, and they're like, "Look, man, we think you might be the guy. Like, we see some evidence that you're associated with this profile, and you look like the sketch." He's like, "No, no, no. I know who the guy is. Like, I know. I'll tell you, like, who gave me the information. Maybe they made a deal. I don't know." Yeah, what if law enforcement was out there using sorry, I'm not picking my nose, I'm scratching it. Sorry. What if law enforcement was using the Anthony Shots account and was out there, or the Emily Ann and all that stuff, and was operating with that information during this sting operation? I mean, the timing, it could be completely unrelated. It's just strange that Eldridge, his name has always been kind of connected with the Delphi case. I wonder if, maybe they were putting information out there, kind of like how they did with Anthony Shots, try to get us to come up with some kind of answers if possible. Somebody in the public. Cindy says, it's possible. Yep, something like that, huh, Deb? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, there's a lot of strange things with that guy too. But I mean, we're talking like this is from mainstream media stuff you can verify through police reports. A lot of stuff with Eder being connected to the Delphi is like weird, strange Facebook posts. Um, he'll comment about something. There's just so many trolls out there. You don't know if somebody's, you know, we got a little copycat troll or something. Yeah, I would still rather have them back, but at least it wasn't in vain. We're getting something, some justice. In my mind, law enforcement's out here, like the OK Corral, busting all these pedos and online catfishing, sextortion types. But I don't know if it's that way. I mean, look, we got the lead investigator out of Carroll County. He's running for sheriff. And now there's that corruption stuff. It's like, man, can we really trust these people to be doing what we're obsessed with it? Are they? Or just when the cameras are on, you know? I just feel law enforcement is such a reactive thing, you know? I know the FBI is more of a like proactive, using forensic sciences and, we're actually getting out there, and I know some homicide detectives are that way. Deb says, "Our Facebook group is a perk of joining the channel membership." Yep, and I'm a member of that channel. But in my head, I'm a VIP there. See, I don't know what happened there. It could be. They could have been using him as bait. In the affidavit, they say that they cleared his friend. So maybe they suspected his buddy. And they were like, nope, he's cleared. So maybe once they were able to officially clear him, then they went in a different direction. Boom. You heard it right here. Deb's like the official. It doesn't get more official than Deb. OG VIP on It's a Criming Shame. And at least I actually participate, unlike Adam. What's up, Adam? All right. All right, let's look at some images. I feel bad because I have all these images and I don't share them. But different people have different ways of looking at things, different perspectives. Um, so we'll take a look, and you can always come back and pause and screenshot it if you want to add it. Snatch any of these images. We'll start here. Okay, so what I tried to do on this one here was identify where the bright reflecting light was. So everything you see in like this bright color, that's pretty much the shiniest part of these images. And one thing I noticed is this real shiny part right here that we always thought was like a watch or something. But if you look right above that, you can kind of see that that's where the watch is. And it also kind of aligns up if he had a pistol and his hand was in this pocket here. See, you got a shiny object that seems to be attached to this bag down here or whatever this is. I'm not sure what's going on down here. Whatever this object is, it has a shiny, something shiny's coming out of it this direction. Because there's the watch there. You can see it. It's like a perfect circle. Hand, the weapon. And then Kind of pick up some of the left side of the face here a bit. Some of the cheek features, it seems. All right, let's keep it moving. I really never know how good these are going to come out. It's just stuff that I work on. I just document it. So let's take a closer look. This is a similar image. I can tell that I made it on this at the same time. Oh, I'm off screen. Sorry about that. Almost clicked on the wrong button. Kind of pick up some of the mouth features here. See, it almost looks like he's carrying a squared pistol, maybe a small 25 or a squared Glock, maybe. You can kind of see the sharp edges. Kind of seems squared off. But it could also be a revolver. It kind of looks like a 38. A little snub nose. And that could be the hammer. Can't even see the shape of it right here. Watch, shiny object. Beach Fairy says, people say he has a big nose, etc., but light can be so deceiving and we don't have much to work with. He could have his head down and change a lot about how his features look from that distance. Yeah, not to mention the blur. And also, you have this cascading motion. So you have him walking, and then you have Libby kind of shaking just a little bit of her hand. She's not going to be sitting 100% still. So you have the movement of the actual camera, and then you have the movement of the image source itself. And they're kind of creating this cascading motion mixed with blur. Okay. So you could have a shiny, long, elongated object, or you could have a small cascading object going in this direction, which is why it's so difficult. Later, Joe. Actually, Anna, I believe that was a friend. I've been receiving information from multiple people who are close to this thing locally, and they say that a friend of Libby's came forward and said that Libby told her about a young boy she was talking to, and that she had made mention, if not that morning, the night before, that she would be heading on social media, that she would be heading to the trails and the bridge. Can I verify that? No. See here, you can pick up all this is like a jumbled mess, but every once in a while you'll find, like right here, if you look closely, kind of see an ear. You can actually make the hat out better. It looks like it's real flat. Some cheeks. I see a narrow face and a mustache. That's just me though. And see how it's so cascaded? If you come right here, you can kind of see a face right here too. Just kind of like probably where the image started and then yanked in this direction. It's like a puzzle. Some more shaping that appears like a possibly like a gun, a handgun. Even maybe something going on there, maybe a button. Yeah, so it's almost like he has something unholstered here. You see the button? So he has this unlatched with another object coming out on the holster. And then right above it appears that he has the pistol tucked into his coat. In my professional opinion. That is. Yep says BG looks. Oh, here. Oh, I thought I was going to pull this up. Let me pull up this image real quick. Yep says BG looks like TK to me. When the murders happened, Libby and Abby weren't raped, so it's possible time ran out, too many people around, or the controlling of the two girls because nobody heard gunshots. So, hmm. Yeah, I didn't hear anything about gunshots, but I definitely believe that there was a gun involved. That might have been what the fight was about. They could have been fighting over the gun, and he knowing that if he pulled that trigger, he's going to get caught. So frustrated over the fight over the weapon, then he pulls out a knife that he's also carrying. And he most likely panicked afterwards and like started doing all these strange signatures, out of fear, out of guilt, out of panic. Like it just looked strange. Like who knows what he was doing? Maybe he was like trying to set them up to where they look like they were just sitting there from afar. That way nobody would suspect anything. Who knows what this guy was doing? Like only the killer knows. Like what were you doing, bro? Like what the hell was going on out there? Oh, cascading. Well, it's like a deck of cards, Olivia. Like your camera's picking up different pieces of imagery and it's trying to focus in and out at the same time. So every time it focuses in and out, the video's capturing that, but it's all kind of bleeding in. And then also you have movement from left to right, which causes like almost like you're holding a deck of cards and you were to kind of spread them somewhat. But really, that deck of cards is the same card. Like you have, you have a whole deck of same bridge guy, and you just kind of move it to the left a little bit to where they fan out. That's kind of what goes on. What's up, Meow? Could be a gun because that pouch at his hip looks like a leather ammo waist bag. Yeah, it does. If it was a gun, would this make him right handed or left handed? I'm assuming this would make him right-handed. But that doesn't look like a mag pouch to me. It could be a pouch, but I don't think it's a mag pouch. It looks too small. What's up, Sandy? Hey, Chopper, what's up? All right, let's take a look at the next one. This is the one where he kind of seems like he's wearing glasses. You guys see that? That's what I heard also. And if you look closely, you almost see like the side profile, like the silhouette of the nose, almost as if he turned left, and in all the commotion his head kind of slightly turned left and back right. So it's almost like this right here, this nose is the nose here and the nose here. So really this is a cascade of the same thing. And if there's some type of black object right over his nose, that could be the frame of some glasses, because there's another piece that kind of comes up here. And then this thing right here looks like frames to some sunglasses as well, or some type of glasses that are shining. But who knows? I see some type of shine there. And this part of the face could be where the camera was trying to focus, kind of goes big, small, big, small. So you got the big image right here. And then you got this image right here where you can kind of see the eye even. Like maybe these glasses are just up on his head, maybe? I don't know. Oh, snap. We got a new member, Miss Thing 65. Oh, what's up? Welcome. Welcome to the Looney Bin. I'm your host, Sleuth Intuition. Curly says, looks like he's carrying something on his back. I think that's his collar. Or not his collar, but his hood. I think this is a hood back here. See how there's not a lot of cascading blur here? So this would be what appears to be the tip of a hat, maybe backwards. And then maybe some sunglasses on the backward cap right here. And then I think his face maybe even coming in and out of the scarf. He may be able to tuck underneath it and then pop back out. See, that looks like a revolver. What do you guys think? That looks like a 380. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, we're gonna try to get together a little bit later, have a little quick meeting, say hi to all the new members. There's been like 5, 6 new members. That's awesome. Yeah, he's pretty slim. Might have broad shoulders. Could be a little misleading due to the bulkiness of his clothing, but I mean, this right here looks like a 380, and it would make like a clicking noise, if you pulled the hammer back. Yeah, look, this looks like where the button fastens. You see that? Remember, we saw a button that was unhooked over here. Now this looks like the the bottom half of it. Do you guys see that? Like that's where it would snap right there. Hmm. Damn pareidolia. It's like you can never be too sure. Aw, snap. Muffin top. Welcome. Yeah, we have a lot of fun in members. It's where we kind of follow up on the rippies and stuff like that. The obscure true crime surrounding the case. Hey, Dallas. Right? Yeah, let's zoom back into that. Look at that thing. See the cascading right here? The movement? So you can see like an impression here, small little snub nose, and then it starts to come down. And then here is where it's moved. You can kind of see the barrel a little bit more. That's crazy. But then again, pareidolia. See, look at this one. He looks hefty. So what I did was I magnified the blur. This is what's making him appear short and stocky, is this blurriness. Okay, I want to try to see if I can explain this to you guys. Okay, so you see how there's something up here, right? This looks like the very tip of his hat, and it cascades down this way, right? So if we're looking at the tip of his hat way up here, that also means that we can be looking at his chin or his nose somewhere down here. So now I want you to pay close attention to this area right here. You see this? It almost appears to be the cascade of a face here, covered like the bottom half of the chin here. It's just all blurred in together. Then it seems like you somewhat capture the eyes here. And then look, the cascading nose starts here, goes to here, and then it does seem like it's a large nose, but it's most likely just movement. But one thing that I see that's consistent with these images are creases on the side of the eyes. Kind of from having when you squint your eyes a lot, or you do drugs at a young age, you get these creases in your eyes. Kind of makes you look a little older than you are. One thing I've noticed in all of the images, he has these creases, strong creases, just above the cheek line. Oh, we got a super chat. Curly says, I agree, Sleuth. I've always thought that looks like a revolver. Yeah, I mean, a revolver, too, that's like a hitman weapon. You don't cast any shell casings or anything like that. But I just want to know if you guys can see that there. You know, looks like it covered lower half of the face. Just strange. Let's start on the face on this one. Yeah, I'm going to say anywhere between slim to athletic. So if you have decent sized shoulders, or shoot, who knows? Maybe this guy's wearing some type of military padding, like some Kevlar or shoulder pads. See, and this looks like, see how it's kind of enlarged? Everything seems to be enlarged here. That just looks like a giant revolver. See it? Barrel. Looks like the chamber. Who knows? All we can do is try to look as many as possible, and then hopefully it all fits together in somebody's mind. Somebody out there knows what we're looking at here. And I'm going to keep putting it in their face. You see it? That's it right there. Who is that? Look, you kind of got a cheekbone here. Puzzle pieces. Maybe some headphones. Anna says something that might matter is it looks like the jacket is snapped about midway. Some jackets have both snaps and zippers, but that is less common today. Older jacket. Yeah, I agree with that because you can actually see the zipper on some of these images. You can kind of see it here. So he's zipped up right here. Yeah, this is where he's zipped up at. And then it looks like he's buttoned right here. So he's zipped up to here, and then he buttoned what looks to be here. Which is pretty strange. Bonnie Wingard says, one in the inside holster, one in the right hand. He has short, fat fingers, index finger extended over the gun. Yep, right here. Maybe with like a ring on his finger, too. You can kind of see his thumb or something popping out right here, too. You see that? Crazy. We'll do a couple more. Oh, this one's pretty interesting. We'll zoom in on this one. He appears to have an earring. You guys see that? Then I always thought this looked like a can of mace. What do you guys think? Doesn't that look like a can of mace? And then this weird shit right here. It's like lightning bolts or something. At first I thought these were fingers kind of wrapped around something. Because this one kind of looks like a finger. And I don't know what the hell that is. What's up, computer? Computer says it looks like he's wearing a bandana across his face. Makes it appear as if he has a mustache. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. A real thick mustache and then like a bandana that he keeps kind of trying to put his chin under. What's up, Frank? Weiss? Jerome Weiss? Yeah. I think True Crime Jesus did a good video on him. I don't know if it's up, but you guys can go check that out. It's extremely interesting. Let's see Sandra commenting on the earring here. Earring visible, but seems out of character, in my opinion. He likes weapons, bling. Yeah, why not? Especially if you're high out of your mind. Plus, I think that's like a fad out there. It seems like all the Indiana guys, they have earrings. That's one thing I've noticed. I even think Kurtz had an earring, if I'm not mistaken. Chadwell had earrings. Keegan had an earring. His friends had an earring. Had earrings. Fit the scale. Let's see. Vanessa says his right hand doesn't fit scale. As far as what? So we can see here. Let me get a better image if we're going to talk about that part of it. This one's not showing his left hand, which looks extremely long, for one thing. So he's got long arms. I think we can agree on that. Right here, this one has more color. Okay. So I can clearly see that his left hand is either clasped to his belt or completely in his left pocket. So, I mean, you can see clear as day. Look, you can even see where his jacket kind of snaps over. So this jacket has like that, maybe that Velcro snap. And you can see his hand is clearly tucked this way. So I'm wondering at the beginning of the video, the kind of blackout part of it, I'm wondering if, or they cut it out. There's something missing there. There's like a jump in the video, but I'm wondering if he actually pulls the weapon out of the holster and tucks it in right here. I wonder if they blocked that out. I wonder if they're trying to keep the gun somewhat of a secret. I can't tell if there's anything going on with his pants. I can't tell if they're ripped. I don't have an opinion on that. The earring. Yeah, let me pull that other image back up. I think I have a close-up on it. Yeah, there it is. Well, somebody put a comment on one of my videos. I wish I could remember the person's name, but they were like, hey, you should try to focus in on the dark side because everything on the right side is going to be affected by all the sunlight. Like they were trying to kind of educate me on what I need to be doing. So I did that and I was able to kind of pull out. You can see this some cheeks here. Now what you're seeing here are more cascading. So you got to kind of find you're only going to find like good, small, good pieces. Like the bridge of this nose right here. Yeah, that's pretty good. But really, this is the size of the face right here that's connected to this nose. Has nothing to do with this over here. And this even over here is another version of the face that's tilted. What's up, Ivy? I have always thought he's probably clean cut and preppy looking, but the whole thing is a costume to blend in, and no one noticed who he really is. May work for law enforcement or courts. Problem with leg. Hmm. I don't know. I don't have any. I don't have a comment on that. I can't say either way. Purdue, what's up? Bonnie says he's strapped up. Get to strap. All right. Because of time, we're going to keep moving. If you guys need to come back to these images, you can always pause the stream and take a screenshot. But right now, I want to read this report about Ron Logan and his whereabouts during the crime. Because I hear a million different things about that. And this coincides with what I thought I knew. Okay, this is from Fox News here. Reporter or journalist is Russ McQuaid. Posted April 3rd, 2017 at 4:59 p.m. It says here it was updated 2 hours after that as well. So it's titled, Owner of Delphi Murder Site Admits to Driving to County Dump on the Day of the Teen's Killings. Ron Logan was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. Ron Logan admitted to Carroll County judge that he violated probation by driving to a county dump site on the day 2 young Delphi girls were murdered on his land. Investigators told Fox 59 that Logan's unauthorized road trip on February 13th, the day Liberty German and Abigail Williams disappeared, happened hours before the 2 girls were dropped off at the hiking trail east of town. Logan is not considered a suspect in the killings. The 77-year-old man was on probation for a 2014 operating while intoxicated conviction and was found to be a habitual traffic offender. His high profile locally and in news reports about the killings coincided with not only the trip to the Carroll County Waste Transfer Station, but also an admitted visit to a restaurant in Tippecanoe County where Logan was spotted drinking alcohol in violation of his probation. So that's what he was doing. Call that a tidbit. Okay, so I went on Bridgehunter, link in the description. Pulled some images from the bridge because I noticed they were posted around the same time of year, February 12th, 13th, but from 2011, and the weather looks extremely different. So let's take a look at some of those images, and then we'll compare them to Libby's Snapchat images from that day. Yep, rest in peace, Ron Logan. So this is 2011, early February. I know they were posted online originally on the 12th. They were posted up to bridgehunter.com on the 13th. Yep. Unfortunately. Here's another one. So he posted some images. Bridge guy. Usually I would give out the photographer's name, but when you're on a true crime podcast live, you don't want to feed that information to trolls. But anybody that's truly interested can just go to Bridgehunter and do what I did and clicked on a few links, and I got to some other images that were found on Google on another site. So if you're that interested, you can, and that's where I found the close-up of the shack image. We're going to look at that too here in a second. But first, okay, now compare those photos to this. There's no snow. There's no snow whatsoever. No frozen water. The river was completely frozen in his images. Is that global warming? Possibly. Okay, so let's get right into it. Whoop, kind of put his name right there. So this is taken from the RTV6 chopper footage from the 14th, just before, right around 12, 11:45, 12, if I'm not mistaken. If you notice here at the bottom right corner, there is an old barn there. Some YouTubers have tried to film it. I think Randy in Greeno might have filmed it with a drone. But let's take a close-up. That's crazy. So that's what it looks like. So he actually has he has about 10 images where he kind of walks up the bridge and then starts walking up the creek. He starts walking southeast up Deer Creek, and he's taking images of Deer Creek as he's going. And this was in there. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, that thing doesn't look very safe. But what's this? You kind of see how it starts going up the hill too right here? Up towards this property. Right here. It's like exactly right where this line would be. So that hill's going up this way. Yeah, what was that? At first, I thought it was like an old dirty mattress. I was like, that's disgusting. So this would be in 2011. Trying to look for like graffiti or anything strange. dilapidated. I mean, yeah, that could have if somebody like Keegan's not involved and it's something totally different. I mean, here, watch, check this out. So basically that thing is over here. I mean, why not park right here? So we got that barn. I mean, it's not like, I mean, it's not a shack, it's an old barn. Is right here. Why not park here? Cross here. You know, set up whatever you're going to do here and then walk up this way. And maybe that's where you're spotted somewhere over here. Because I did find another clip where Mike Patty actually admits that somebody did see the bridge guy leaving um, the trails. Now, hopefully, I recorded it and put it somewhere so I can show you guys. But that's the first time I ever heard any of the Patties or any of the families say that. I mean, it would make sense. You know, you come in this direction, maybe you're just fishing by the shack and you hear some noise and you come up from behind, walk out on the bridge, turn back around, tell them to go back down the hill, try to force them to the shack, you know, but then a fight ensues, you know, way before they can get over there. Just the theory. Doesn't even really make that much sense. Never know, though. It doesn't make sense to make Van Gogh pictures out of the images. Sorry, no critique. I like this channel, though. There are other interesting informations. Thank you. Yeah, some people like the animation. It helps people you know, when you can't articulate something, sometimes you need like a little animation or something to kind of do it for you. To make so people can understand what you're trying to convey. Okay. Getting sidetracked here. All right, let's jump into Randy's video. This is an excellent video. Make sure you guys go check out Randy Gravit's YouTube channel. He gave me permission to use this a while back. I still have it, and it's going to fit for today. Yeah, and if somebody could post his link in the chat, that'd be great. Thanks, Steve. Okay, now take a look at this here. This is the location where you can kind of see where you plan to take him, and I think he took him a much further down where Randy's kind of looking now. There's like that sand. You see the sandbar there? I mean, it's a complete bridge. Can you guys see it? It's right here. Let me see if I can enlarge this. Okay, so right here, you can basically walk across, and once you walk up here, you're at that house that's on the south end of the bridge. You got to walk up through here, like some trails, and you're there. So standing here, you could see the crime scene. You have a straight shot to the cemetery, and to your right, you can see the bridge clear as day. Yep, earbuds. Glenn, the only thing I can think of is rage, anger. It's personal or ritualistic. There was a purpose for the violence. Either it was uncontrolled, or it was some type of ritualistic type thing, in my opinion. See, right there. So he could have seen the girls right at that moment. He could have been standing right there the entire time. He can see where he wants to go, and he can see where he needs to go. And he can also see the path that he's going to take to get there, which is the opposite side of the bridge and across that little natural bridge that Randy was pointing out. So you want to talk about a pivotal point? To me, this is it right here. So let's say he did park at the welfare building. He could have easily walked right to where Randy was within 10 minutes. He could have been from the CPS building to this point in under 10 minutes. See that? So there's the deer stand that's out there. For all you out there with the hunter theories, there's a real good look at it. I mean, it goes up there pretty good. You'd have a good bird's eye view there. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. So what would make the photos that Robert Ives is referring to? What makes him think local? So if he says you absolutely need to take images to study on these signatures here or whatever's going on at the crime scene, he made two statements: local, non-secular. So what is local and non-secular to Delphi, Indiana? Is there certain religious beliefs there? Um, that are indigenous to the area? Maybe some type of paganism that we don't know, that's not really mainstream or heard of. Something that law enforcement's been seeing more and more of. Maybe some type of Satanism, Odinism, heathenism, stuff like that. So, what is local and non secular? What would that be? What's up, Christy? Killers prep the scene probably to throw law enforcement off. That's usually what staging and signatures are designed for. But there was another comment up, it's way up there, but the person stated the crime is too strange. It had to have happened just like spur of the moment. And I could totally see that. Something, it's just too strange. The guy lucked out. Like he could have been leaving right as somebody else was coming. Like we're talking, and that happens. He just lucked out by seconds. All right, Purdue local equals bridge, the area, the location of the bodies. Okay, I can buy that. Hard to find, and knowledge of successful escape route. Okay, so that's the local part. But what would make the non secular part local? All right. You guys figure that one out, and we're going to keep watching. Local, non secular. Go. All right. Just Me Cat D says symbol carving. Okay. What symbol? What symbol is local to Delphi and non secular? What would that symbol be? Oh, that's a good one. Something from a local church. Okay. Yep, we're getting closer. That's a good one. Yeah, blind squirrel. Hello, by the way. That's what I was more thinking. Is it related to that? The Mennonites, the Amish, something along those lines. So Lakeside and Blind Squirrel, you guys both get 10 points. Could be. Mm, graffiti. Okay. Some type of non secular report, newspaper folded to something. That would definitely be some type of strange signature too. That would be creepy as hell. That's definitely not a Keegan Klein. Yeah, paganism. Oh, Susan just won 10 points. Local gang. Something tying it to local, and then this gang doing something that's non secular. Abby's hands folded in prayer would be non secular, but it wouldn't fall under the local category. So we need to find what is underneath local and non secular. Yep, Odin. Because I think that's isn't that something that's pretty popular in that area? I remember that Holder guy. He's into that. He's proud of it too. And I don't knock anybody's religion. You know, anybody I'm assuming using somebody's religion in a sacrificial way probably wouldn't really consider that like the religion if that's what happened. You know, so who knows? I don't knock anybody's religion. See, cross or religious items taken from the cemetery and placed at the scene. It's possible. I like the theory of a local church, maybe with some type of identifying mark. Like, what if there's a specific address from a church and they left a Bible out there? That would say local and non secular. Or I guess a Bible wouldn't really be considered non secular. Or no, yes, it would. I'm sorry. Yeah, somebody said Masonic earlier. Okay. I do have to admit that that bike was a little creepy. Mhm. Randy was getting pretty bad reception right here. That's why it's kind of choppy. He did this live. Right, Dallas? Like what? Yeah, that would be the perfect spot right there. Right where he's standing. Yeah, I'm not sure, Crystal. Not sure about that. From what I see, that there it is pretty prominent. Yeah, Deb, if you want to post any links to Criming Shame at all, all day. Okay, because of time, we're going to finish up here. Now, this podcast is called Murder in the Family. Now, there was a lot of strange information provided and a lot of debunking of some things that I didn't even really know were going on. So, we're going to take a look at this. Links in the description. Okay, so this is where everybody calls Tara's house like the party house, and um, what about the kids there? Why didn't they question all those kids that were partying over there? Well, this little bit that I'm going to play next is actually from closer towards the end, but I moved it with this little clip because I mean it just explains it. So here's her answer. Oh, that reminds me. I almost forgot another little tidbit. So this was somebody's comment that is close to Becky Patty. She goes, "Here's the story about the 2-minute video that was really audio. Mike Patty, Becky Patty, and Anna were able to listen to 2 minutes of audio from Libby's phone. And the audio that was heard was Abby asking Libby if the creepy guy was still following them. They could hear Libby saying, mm hmm. The girls were talking about where they should go. The next thing they heard was him saying, down the hill. Then the next thing they heard was a gun being cocked." And Becky Patty responds, um, "Okay, we did see a small clip of the video as law enforcement had a couple of questions on this part. At that time, Mike and I were asked not to discuss it, and I will continue to respect that request. I do not know where this information above came from and will not confirm anything concerning this." So I thought that that was interesting. Thank you, Dallas. So did you guys hear that? So he just flat out bluntly asks him, "Hey, I heard that the bodies were moved or they may have been placed there after you guys searched." And Mike Patty basically said he's not 100% sure, but um, from his perspective, he doesn't think, you know, believe that, but he said he's just not sure 100%. Thanks, Dallas. All right. So there's a couple more. I told you there were some strange things going on in this conversation, but yeah, they're pretty much debunking a lot of stuff that was circulating early on. Did you guys ever hear that? I never heard that rumor. That Mike went. See, these must. Yeah, I've never heard. These must be like local rumors or something like that. Have you guys ever heard that? Oh, you guys can't hear this? Oh shit. Might be the wrong file format. Hold on. Dang, you guys missed all of that. I guess we both weren't paying attention. All right, let's try this again. Okay, let me start this over.
And how often was she over? Was she sort of like, and speaking of friends, Abby was her best friend?
Yes.
And how often was she over? Was she sort of like the kind of friend that was there all the time and the two were inseparable?
Well, she wasn't here all the time. They were back and forth, but because they were both very busy, and
What's up, AK?
Abby was busy
Radar.
also in a lot of things, but she would stay here quite often. As a matter of fact, she had stayed here the night before. She had gone to Florida with us on vacation before. So yes, we had her around quite a bit. She would stay at Tara's when Libby would be at Tara's on the weekend. She'd go over there. Tara would have 10 kids at her house. So they just all had a good time.
Okay, so what I was saying is there's been this rumor about Tara having this party house and all this stuff, and everybody's like, well, they should have went and tested all the kids that were hanging out there. Well, they did. And this actually is part of the end of the podcast. I just moved it up here because it was relevant to that rumor.
And every one of us that was around Libby at all, her friends, that came in contact with her quite frequently, we were all swabbed. Every one of us gave DNA. And it wasn't me. I didn't take Mike's DNA. FBI came. They have protocol, procedure.
She's being very specific. She's like, look here, weirdos. She's like talking directly to like people like me.
Is how they took his DNA. It has been out there that I'm the one that took his DNA, and that's ridiculous.
Shout out to the Patties. Okay, and this is
one of the things that I just.
This is another one that I haven't even heard yet.
Wanted to ask about, and maybe you know this, maybe it's something that police have chosen not to share. There was some discussion that possibly their bodies weren't there the night before when the search was happening, that they may have been put there, wound up there after the initial search. Do you know about that? Is that true or accurate?
Well, I've had nothing from the police officially telling me that, but just based on facts and information that I've collected, I have no reason to believe that they weren't there and they weren't brought back. And that's just based on the fact that I've talked to a lot of people who were involved in the search or involved in different aspects of this, and but nothing official has been said. Yeah, this is where they were. This is where they've been. They haven't been moved, because obviously until we catch the perpetrator and answer all these questions, you don't know exactly what happened.
I found that very strange that they didn't give the Patties a definitive answer on whether or not the bodies have been were moved or placed there after the search. I found that extremely strange. Like, why wouldn't they just say, no, we don't believe that? Just tell them definitively. All right, here's another rumor, apparently.
Have been really quiet about the case and the evidence they have. They've released, just those couple small items. And that sort of led to a lot of speculation on the internet, people sharing rumors. I assume some of them, I don't know how closely you follow them, I assume some of them may be hurtful towards your family. Are there any rumors or misconceptions or mistakes that you'd like to clear up for anybody out there that's been mentioning some of those kinds of things?
Yeah, one of the rumors I heard was that after we called Mike, he came home to go through some stuff. That's not true. Mike came straight there. And yes, when he first got there, at that point in time, we were still looking. We weren't quite sure. Yes, he has a friend that was in law enforcement, and he did call him and to ask him, look, this is what's going on. What do you suggest? So yes, he did. Is there anything sinister or anything hidden in any of that? No, it's not like we had a handbook of what we were supposed to do. Libby's pretty responsible. You aren't thinking the worst at that point in time. Not here. This has never happened like this around here. We never expected anything. The worst that we expected is maybe they slid down a hill and she lost her phone and they couldn't get up there. That's what we were expecting, to go out and walk the trails and holler for them, and then holler and say, hey, here we are.
Did you guys ever hear that rumor? They're like debunking some rumor that I never heard of, that Mike Patty, instead of coming directly to the trails, went home and started like going through stuff. I do remember another interview where they say he came to the trails and then police asked them later, like later in the night, like, hey, can you go grab all the devices? And I think even Kelsey joined him. I think I have that interview. I should have attached it. Dropped the ball on that one.
That is what, when we first went out, we were thinking.
Yeah, and to further qualify that, I work at a place in Lafayette, and I have to badge in twice, and I'm on video camera to get in there, and you got to badge out to get to leave, and I'm on video camera. So there's been a lot of speculation that it was me. I was out there, and let's face it, that's what gets thrown out there. That's just wasted effort. If people would really focus on it. I mean, the police know exactly where I am. Come on, give the law enforcement some credit. Yes, did they check me out? Yeah, I hope they did. I want them to check everybody out. But again, give the law enforcement some credit there. That I've been fully vetted and checked, but I don't waste time when people put that stuff on. It doesn't mean a thing to me. That's just detractors or people that are uninformed. If they want to focus and help on the case, then spread it out. That provides no value whatsoever to the justice these girls deserve. So I don't waste any time on it.
Boom. That's how you drop the mic. We're learning. We're growing. That's going to do it, guys. So I might hang out here another 2-3 minutes, and then we'll be at the 2-hour mark. Surprised we went so long. Vanessa said, I heard a rumor he went home to change. Just a rumor. Thanks, Deb. Thanks for hanging out. It's always a pleasure. Shout out to Radar. Welcome. Yep, for sure. Wife's getting her nails done. You know, said I'll jump online. Yeah, I remember him, but I think the rumor they're debunking is that he, instead of leaving work and going straight to the search or straight to the trails, apparently the rumor was that he went from work straight home and then started going through all the electronics. So they're basically saying that that part's not true. But I do remember an interview where it was late at night, it was completely dark, and they said something that law enforcement asked Mike and Kelsey to go back and gather the devices, and I think that was the time that Kelsey most likely messaged the Anthony Shots profile while they were gathering the devices, and she was messaging people like, hey, did you hear what happened? Like, they're missing. Have you heard anything? Thanks, Radar. I've been watching your little videos too. You look like you're having fun. I like to see that. Yep, Cindy, it's probably going to be a later one. And it'll just be real quick. I just want to say hi to all the new faces, the new names, kind of get an idea of what they expect, what they're hoping for with that subscription. Plus, it helps me kind of figure out, what I should be doing. Yeah, it's like that Lupercalia. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Chopper. Thanks for stopping by. Oop. Don't worry, Ann. We'll catch you on the next one. I'll leave it up too. I put a whole new section on my channel for my members. So all the stuff that's available for members is now like on the front page. I was, I guess, being a doofus and didn't realize that I had the ability to do that. All right, guys, that's it. We're at 2 hours. I appreciate you hanging out that long. Anybody that just showed up, sorry about it. We'll catch you on the next one.
Sleuth.